Hey guys, this is Valkrin. The video I have for you today is kind of special to me because this is what I want to give to the community that I feel like can have the biggest impact on just changing how everyone views how you should play during solo queue. And it all really stems from having a calculated aggressive play style. And this play style is interesting and good because it's about adapting your play style throughout the game. And it's not just, oh, I'm going to play aggressively constantly. During some portions of the game, you can do that, but other portions, you need to play passive. You need to understand that you kind of just flow through the game, and you change as the game progresses according to what you need to do to win the game. And it all starts with confidence. Being able to make plays, understanding what you can do, it all comes from experience and just overall confidence of what you can do as an individual. And this confidence stems from experience of knowing what the champions you're playing against can do. Damage output, cooldowns, how it works with other champions, and what your champion can do, and being able to execute what your champion can do against that. And you could be at a disadvantage, low in HP or outnumbered, but if you know what cooldowns are being used by the enemies, and if they're not being used on you, there's going to be a small time period in which plays can happen. If you watch cooldowns, if you have a general idea of when cooldowns will be up again, there's going to be that small time period where you can make plays when the enemy cooldowns are down, even if you're outnumbered. You shouldn't be afraid of being camped. In fact, you should expect to be camped every game. Because if you're afraid of getting camped and you're just like, oh, I hope I don't get ganked right now because I don't know what I would do, you need to have this mindset that if I get ganked, this is how I'm going to escape from it. And you need to be thinking about it at pretty much any given moment while you're in lane, last hitting, harassing, doing anything. You need to think, okay, if I get ganked, how do I escape? And how do I escape from just, not having to use flash? That's auto flash syndrome is the worst thing. If you're getting used to just burning flash as soon as you get ganked, you're not playing the game to its fullest extent. You need to practice trying to get out of ganks using the minimum amount of cooldowns and summoners. Because if you're burning your flash every single time you get ganked, it's not going to be up to make plays or to escape from other ganks that are going to be guaranteed death. But by practicing getting away from ganks, you're gonna take your game to the next level. Because there are a lot of ganks that you can just get away from by just dodging a skill shot. And you're not gonna practice that if you're used to just flashing as soon as they come and try to gank you. And what everything that I have to say doesn't really compare to this next sentence. You need to get into a habit of looking at your minimap after every last hit. This is something that I hope everyone that ever plays League of Legends can understand to its fullest extent. If you understand what's happening, you can correctly play the game. And what I mean is, if you don't know where their jungler is, if you're looking at the minimap after every last hit and you don't see their jungler is, where they are, then the potential for the jungler to gank you is very possible. If you see their jungler bottom lane while you're looking at your minimap, this gives you a time period in which you can make a play happen. You know that if their jungler is bottom, there's anywhere between 15 seconds to 30 seconds to a minute that you can have your way with the other mid laner. You can play aggressively. You can try to get that kill. But it all stems from having that map awareness, the understanding of where their jungler is, where they're going to be, where the other laners are and whatnot. It all stems from having that map awareness. You should smile when you're getting camped. This is something that it took me so long to understand. If you're being ganked, it's a gift because it gives you the opportunity to outplay and prove yourself. For so long, I had wanted to prove myself. Essentially, like I believed I was a good player, but I wanted to prove myself. And when you get ganked, that's the opportunity. You're in a handicapped scenario in which you're expected to have there's expected to be a bad outcome on your end. In a 1v2 scenario, you're expected to die in most scenarios. But if you can correctly handle that, that's the sign of a good player. That's the sign of a player that understands the game. And you should strive to reach that point. You need to practice 1v2 scenarios. You need to practice being camped in general. Because how you handle that can win you games. And if you think you deserve to be in a higher division, then show them. Show everyone. Show yourself. You have to have that confidence and you have to try. Here's an example of a calculated level 1 aggressive play that I made in recently in Challenger ELO. Now that blue side bot lane doesn't necessarily have to start double golems, it opens up a lot more opportunities for you to do other things at level 1. And a very strong strategy is actually invading the enemy blue buff as a 2-man invade while your jungler either starts your blue or whatnot. And what this does is it's going to throw a lot of curveballs at the enemy team. They don't know if it's just the two of you invading when you first reveal yourself. And there's going to be a lot of chaos in between themselves. The jungler is going to try and finish the buff. You know, if the enemy AD carry and support don't help leash it, then it's essentially the jungler is getting really low. You can throw your poke out or whatever, kill their jungler. In this particular scenario, that's exactly what happened. We landed a hook and our mystic shot and whatnot, and because their support and AD hesitated, we got first blood, and we got their jungler really, really far behind. It was just the two of us, and I ended up dying on Thresh, but we got their Blitzcrank and Quinn so low that we had a huge advantage just from the two of us doing that. And immediately our jungler went and invaded the enemy red buff, and their Karthus ended up just being incredibly far behind in the jungle. And it benefited our team. Just it was a huge play. And examples like this are just things you need to start thinking about. Like, what can I do that would have the biggest impact? I mean, it doesn't mean you have to play as aggressive as this example, but it's just all about, okay, if we do this, it's going to mess them up, and it'll give us a huge advantage. That's what you need to be striving to do. It doesn't need to be something specific that I tell you. It just, this is the mindset that you need to start thinking like to take your game to the next level. Thanks for watching, guys. I have an upcoming tournament I'm trying to attend. It's in Vancouver, and I'm trying to raise money for my flight ticket. I'm a college student. I don't have a whole lot of money. So if you guys could donate, that would be amazing. I'm really hesitant in asking for donations. I went to a lot of different organizations before I started asking for donations because it's just kind of weird to me to ask for donations. I don't know. It's a weird topic, but I'm going to be holding streaming sessions Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 2 to 8 PST. And during these time periods, if you guys come watch my stream, you'll have a chance to play with me. I'll answer all the questions that I can possibly answer. And just overall, I hope to entertain you guys and teach you guys a few things if you want to be taught something. But my stream is twitch.tv/Valkrin, and I'll hopefully see you guys on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. See ya.